Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Let's, hello everybody. Just finishing up this new level that's out, and I'm gonna have to find it again. I can't remember where it is. Oh yeah, here it is. Caldera Chronicles the Miniature Village. Let's continue the job. It was 50% last time. Finish the other 50%, and then we'll call it a day. There we go. You can hear the little windmill whirring away. Here we go. Can I wash this? Oh, that's neat. That can be washed as well. I didn't notice that. All right. So last time we were here, we worked on the train track and some of the houses and some of the field. Looking good so far. Oh, I forgot about this. Hey, Tony. How you doing? Welcome back. Thought I'd finish off this level and call her there. And I just realized I can clean these stairs. So let's start theirs. We start theirs at the stairs. Look at that little soapy soap here. Hope you're having a good day. It is a long one for me. Slowly getting to the finish line. Hope it's good for you. Look at that. I love the soap. This is so good. It's all soapy. I'm not even reading, unfortunately. I should be reading what's going on here, but I'm not. I just found out, or just got updated, that both Hose Nose and Jamie will be going live tomorrow night, so that's going to be fun. They're going to be talking about Ghostbusters props, so that's going to be awesome. I won't be joining them because I know nothing about Ghostbuster props. That seems more like their thing than anything else, so I'll let them... What for the most visit Granford? Oh, there you go. Did you make the dinner, or did you go out for dinner? Oops, hang on. What am I doing here? There we go. There. I really should be reading the lore, but I'm not paying attention, unfortunately. I'm being a bad lorist. Is that a word? There we go. Take my time with this one. Stairs are probably the easiest part of this whole level right here, and I'm okay with that. You want to know what kind of beans? Oh yeah, he's talking about the beans. We're going through the whole rigmarole again about the beans again. No, she made it. I offered to, but she turned it down. Oh well. Oh yeah, the runner beans and navy beans. I don't understand what they're talking about. Is this a British thing I'm not getting? Because I know that Powerwashing Simulator is a British-based game. Dentist beans? Like, what? I don't understand this. What are they talking about? Did you have beans for dinner? Maybe. There we go. Astronomer beans. I feel like there's some hidden meaning here. Sadly, my dinner was... I didn't make dinner. I went to Subway. Not my first choice, but I did not feel... Sewage worker beans. Yeah, I'm an odd bean, for sure. Definitely. I did not feel like cooking today. It was just a long day. Garbage collector beans. Oh, well, that sounds so yummy. There we go. Oh, ran out. Look at that, nice. Just boom. There we go. Nice. These stairs are gonna look awesome. Yeah, I picked more days than I should, but more days than I should. There we go. These stairs are gonna look sweet. Again, my goal is to remember not to move the cameras so much. Just get used to this. There we go. Good. I don't know what's new here. Yeah, they're so sorry. Going back to Hose Nose and Jamie, they're going to be talking about Ghostbuster props. Again, something I'm not very familiar with, but I know they are. More food to eat. That's a good resolution. I'm not much of a chef. It's not that I can't cook. It's more like I don't want to cook. Sometimes I'm all in. My dad, since he retired, has become a really good cook. Really good. He makes a lot of great stuff. He does this one stew that's really nice. My mom's always been a good cook too. One of my favorite things that she made was this chicken, broccoli, and cheese casserole. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, the chicken, broccoli, and cheese casserole is always good. It's got this little bit of curry in there. And yeah, I know that we have a restaurant over here called White Spot in BC. They make it as well. Not as good as my mom, but still, it's a dish that I really enjoy. It's weird. You think of chicken and broccoli, okay, that's fine, and then you have this curried cream sauce. It's a light curry, but it's still nice. And it's got this cheese, and you have to get that old cheese that comes in that red tub. I can't remember what the name is. It's like aged cheddar, but it's oh shoot, it's so aged that like it comes in this tub, and it's not of the consistency of butter, just a little bit thicker, but it's still pretty darn good. Okay. I'm having troubles with this ladder. You're in the way. Okay, just put you there. Boom. I don't know where the dish originally came from. It seems like it's a British idea, stolen with stolen ingredients from India. That's what I assume. That's where I assume it originated. There we go. Nice and easy. But still, it's one of my favorite dishes that my mom makes. I remember when I was younger, she wanted to know what I wanted for like breakfast dinners, and one year I asked for beef Wellington, not knowing what it was, but I've heard of it, and man, knowing now little cool beans in a little cool village. Is it really all beans? Knowing what I know now, what beef Wellington was like, oh, the effort that goes into it. Holy cow! My mom must have loved me because that was a hard dish to make. It was really good. Like she made an incredible dish, but it was just like, holy cow! I've seen some chefs try and make that, and it's just like it's a lot of work. So very thankful. Thanks, Mom. I'm stuck with this one here. Yeah, must have to go through all that trouble. I remember we'd always have to have a Black Forest cake as well. I don't know why. My mom always wanted to get an ice cream cake, and we never finished it. And we were so sick of ice cream cakes. It would sit in the freezer for like months. It's like, we're not going to eat this. Of course, we got King and Queen Bean, too, up there in the high towers of Castle Casserole. Oh, look at that casserole. Maybe that's why I was thinking of casserole, bean casserole. Yeah, it's a tremendous amount of work. Platform, what am I missing? That's this thing here. Oh, jump. Oh, I'm missing over here. That's what. Yeah. Can't tell if it's on this side or the other side. It's this ladder blocking everything. Get this ladder out of the way. Holy cow. Come on. Boom, you go over there. Get out of my way. Oh, it's behind here. That's what it is. There we go. Couldn't figure that out. Oh, but the barrier's still got some stuff. There it is, right over there. There we go. Okay, this is done. Now on for the farmland. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the pond. There we go. A little clean rock right here. Give it a little splash of water. Like, it looks like, if I zoom in here, I guess they're beans? Is that what they are? Like fuzzy beans. I don't understand. Like, it's got a weird texture. This is just a weird idea. Oh, shoot. That was unfortunate. Didn't want to do that. I had a reset on the soap. Went all the way. There we go. Get right behind here. There we are. Nice and clean. I can hear the doves cooing. Oh, that water looks pretty clean. Look at that. Looks like they have added sound effects for the ocean here, or for the lake. And look at that. It's such a weird texture, like hairy beans. Almost looks like it's yarn. Oh yeah, is it something in here? Nothing in here. All right. There was this place in Victoria called Miniature World. I remember going there as a kid, and it still exists today, but I remember also being creeped out by it. It was just a weird little place. So it's a museum full of miniatures, and it would have little stories like Gulliver's Travels or like the Egyptians or something like that. It was always just so weird and creepy. It's been around for just decades. Part of me wants to go back and check it out, but a part of me is just like, I don't know how interesting it is anymore. It's a museum for a day gone by. Or people are even interested anymore of this sort of idea. Look at that. That's really cool. This is so neat. Look at the texture on this thing. I'm more amazed by a fake museum. Yeah, check it out online. It's just really creepy. But it's been around for a long time. It's at the base of the Empress Hotel, which is one of Victoria's most exclusive hotels. Old-fashioned colonial hotel. I've stayed there a couple times. I think it's owned by the Fairmont now, but it's one of the most famous hotels in all of Victoria. There we go. There we go. Random thought I had today. I was trying to I mentioned last day, and I mentioned a couple times before, I'm doing this thing called the Conqueror's Challenge, and all these medals that you can get for doing steps and walking and running and even biking if you wanted to, all this sort of stuff. And I was just thinking, man, it'd be nice to have a commercial deal with these guys. I could sell the heck out of this thing. I'm just so interested in it. I was talking to some people at work and getting them interested. It's almost like I'm trying to sell Amway to them. But it's it's really cool. And I was like, I wonder if there's a way I can get some deal with these guys. So I know there's like refer a friend sort of thing, but it's just like, man, if we got a deal through these guys, that'd be awesome. I tagged them in my last post, maybe just kind of teasing them a little bit. Hey, I'm here. What's this called? The Treasure Seeker. Oh, it's cute. Oh, there's a little treasure chest down there. There it is right there. Every 10 you sell, you get one back. Actually, it's 2. The current refer a friend. If 2 of your friends use my code that I have, then I can get 1 for free, sort of thing. And that's more of a selfish idea, but I like the idea of the Conqueror's Challenge and seeing all these people. They really seem to enjoy taking on these challenges, and I'm like, what am I? I'm 40% in one of them. It's the Rapa Nui one, and 30% in the pod racing one. The pod race is a big one. I can't remember how many kilometers it is or miles for Americans. But yeah, it's just fun. One of the cool things on the Conquerors Challenge is they have Street View. So I think they're getting a good deal on the profit there. It just encourages people to buy, encourages people to buy and get them hooked, because I think people can get hooked on these things. I know I am, and there's a bit. It also affects people who just like those sparkly things as a reward. Oh, there you go. Look at that whole section there. That's so cool. Little clovers, so cute. Oh, there's a lot of dings. I like the dings. Yeah, I like those dings. They build a community out of it as well. So once you start your challenges, you get access to a Facebook page. And it really does sound like I'm selling this thing, but you get access to a Facebook page, and there's a community there that can share their progress and share their things, their successes, and it's really cool. There's some people that are like super happy and super proud. It's like, oh, I did my first one, and I'm gonna be starting this one. It's like some people who you can tell, are just getting back into fitness, and some people are like, I had an operation. Some, oh, dude, seriously, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, why don't I have to sell you? It sells itself. I'm not a salesperson. I never did like commission sales and stuff. I did so much sales for like retail and sales, but I never forced people to buy things. I hated being forced to buy things myself, or being forced by other people to buy things. So I don't like the hard sell. But I mean, I like promoting a little bit. It was a cool idea. If I'm really excited, then I'll try to promote it as best I can. I want them to do well. I've seen other companies do similar things, some even based in Canada. And the metals, it's all about the quality of the metal. The ones I've seen, the quality of the metal is not really good. I can't remember the name of the company. It was some like Canadian Northern something or other, and it's just like there's a metal that's got girls will rule the world sort of thing. Girls run the world. That's what it was, and it's just like I like the idea, but the metal looks so cheap and small. Promote more than force. Yeah. I remember we've all had those friends over time that fell into some sort of pyramid scheme, whether it's Amway, Mary Kay, or pick a pyramid scheme. They're always trying to sell you something. And it usually happens when you're in your age 20 to 25. There's a friend who's just like, oh, it's going to be so good. You sell this and you get money, and you just get some friends in there. And I got involved a couple times just out of sheer guilt. I didn't know how to say no. And man, that's the biggest mistake. I mean, you could lose friends and family, and you get all excited, and you're pumped up. And like, I remember one that was just selling alarms, and they teach you how to have a party or something like a Tupperware party sort of thing, or Mary Kay party, which is, I've had family members who've done that, and they try to sell you to the family, but then you realize you get that feeling like they know they're trying to be sold something that they're not interested in. They're trying to be supportive, and we'll buy one thing, and then it's just like, yeah, we're not buying anything else off you. No, it's just like, we'll try to support you, but this is a pyramid scheme. I really think you should maybe consider something else. And then you're so headstrong, and then realize over time, it's like, oh yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I've been to so many meetings of like dog food pyramid schemes and alarms. We've all been there. Yes, we have. And it's a bit embarrassing when you think of it over time. So you just kind of spread the word of, yeah, try to avoid this. Their goal is to get you hooked and make money off of you. They don't care about the product. They don't care. They care about getting people signed up. That's the goal. And also saying it's not a pyramid scheme. It's a multi-level marketing. It's pyramid scheme. I hear that happens a lot down south. Multi-level marketing systems. Places like Utah as well. I did multi-level marketing. It's a shame. How to lose friends and family in 4 easy steps. There we go. This is looking good. I'm liking this. I gotta zoom in there. Really, no way. Just gives me the creeps. Yes, it does now. After looking back at over time, it's one of the things you look back and you're just really embarrassed about. You wish you hadn't done that, but you learn, right? You make those mistakes, and what does Yoda say? Failure is the greatest teacher. And I've had some great teachers. Look at this. Look how smooth this is. I've had some amazing teachers. There we go. Look. Good. Boom. That's one of my favorite new quotes. Oh, hang on. Hunter's here. Hey, speaking of cryptids, have I told you that I finally saw Bigfoot? Oh, you don't say. I think they tried talking about Bigfoot in the first issue of Powerwashing Simulator. Oh yeah, I saw it a few times, and let me tell you, it's far more intelligent than we realized. Bigfoot is like a North American, or sorry, a Northwest sort of cryptoid, animal, beast. There we go. Let's zoom in here. I don't see any beans on this one. This looks so good though. Look at this, zooming in. That. He's one of my favorite mythical beasts. Yeah, I think we talked about this on a podcast episode, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, well, it's all about Sasquatch. Yeah, he's the best. Sasquatch, Bigfoot's the best. I remember writing a children's story. It was a good story. I really enjoyed it. I couldn't figure out how to fully flesh it out, but it was a young adult's novel. It was called Lacuna. The story was based in whereabouts? It was the just off the coast of Vancouver Island. The idea was there was this island that nobody knew about, just near the Gulf Islands. If you know Victoria and the Vancouver Islands, there's tons of little islands there. And this place was called Lacuna, but nobody knew about it, except for the residents who live there. They're the only ones that know about the island. The minute you leave the island, you lose all memory of ever being there or ever visiting there or anything about it. Lacuna is, I believe, if I remember correctly, meant a gap in memory. So this whole town was living in secret. It was discovered, over 1,000 years ago by ancient indigenous people, and they learned about it, and eventually settled on it, and then left it because of its evil powers, and there was something eerie and dark about it, and so they would not talk about it, and eventually over time it was forgotten. But people did live on the place, and eventually it was discovered by colonists who would live there looking for a new world, trying to escape basically persecution from the king and stuff like that. And so they found this place, and over time it would become what do you call it? I'm trying to find the right word. It would become just a beautiful place, and nobody would want to leave. It was away from the rest of the world, away from all the troubles, and it was it was just unique and a haven. And so they kept it secret, and that was their goal. And if anybody would accidentally come across, they would guide them away from the town. Eventually, they'd be very suspicious of visitors, and then eventually kind of carefully and subtly kick them off the island, but in ways that they couldn't leave themselves, because the minute they leave, they lose all consciousness. Now, there was a select few people that could maintain some sort of memory of the place. And so they were a select few that could actually leave the town and provide resources for the town. Eventually, the town became so self-sufficient with new technology, they would try to attract very smart people into the town and it was like you try to get your Albert Einsteins involved and stay there, and like their technology was beyond anything else. And then, society would flourish in this town, but just like all places that were beautiful and just a beautiful haven, there was a dark secret. So that's the history of the town. So the story goes is this one boy who it takes place like in a regular old city. Let's just say Coquitlam or whatever, Vancouver, and there's something odd about him, and something unique about him that he can't put his finger on. But he just over time, he comes across certain people that seem to recognize him. This one guy seems to recognize him as a homeless guy, but he doesn't let on. It's kind of like your Obi-Wan. He keeps a distance from Luke Skywalker. He knows who he is, but just kind of like keeps an eye on him and stuff like that. And so, and this is where I was trying to build the story. Somehow this tragedy hits his family. He loses his family, and he ends up in Lacuna, and he's now experiencing this town, and he knows it's very odd. The technology is amazing, everything's just incredible, but the kids there and the families are a little bit odd. It's just like they're keeping a secret, and he doesn't know what it is yet. He's not aware of the powers of the secret that happens. Like, you can't leave the town. He's not aware of all that yet. So, like, during the book, there's this one, I remember writing this one scene where the kids are playing a game called Drop the Rock. So Lacuna is on an island, but there's invisible boundaries of where this power of forgetfulness happens. And so the kids will grab a rock, write their name on the rock, and walk in a straight line from this point that they marked in this open field or so. And the goal was to walk with the rock and go as far as possible and see how far they can go before they pass out. Or not either pass out or just lose memory of who they are and what happened. So basically, and they have a rope tied to them, and all their friends, just like kids would do, they always test boundaries. So their friends tie a rope around. Okay, so here's Paul, for example. Tie a rope around Paul. Paul's got the rock, got his name on it, got the date on it, and he walks in a straight line. And he walks and he walks and he walks. And then comes a point where Paul starts slowing down his pace, and then he becomes confused. And he's like lost. He's like, you can tell that he's just confused about where he is and what he's doing there. And then at that moment, his friends, he would drop the rock because he's like, what am I doing with this rock? What's happening? Why am I here? What's going on? Where am I? And he would start to panic because he's just like, it's like waking up in the middle of a field. Like, what am I doing here? What's happening? And so Paul, out of panic, would drop the rock. And and then his friends, once he dropped the rock, his friends would grab the rope and haul him in. They would haul him in back across the line where he would gain his memory back. And he's just like, and then it dawns on him that, oh yeah, he was playing the game, and he crossed the threshold of how far he could go. And so his friends were like, okay, you got about 40 feet out. You got the new record. Okay, Mary, your turn. Tie the rope around you, walk in a straight line, see how far you can get. And so she would do the same thing, walk out until she becomes confused, would drop the rock, and they would haul her back in again to see if he would beat the record. And that was one of the ideas of the game that the kids would play, and the elders would hate that game, although they're very aware of it because they would play that game when they were kids. But it was risky on the memory because there's probably like a story of some kid who tragically it would affect their memory and they would forget like a whole week of what had happened permanently. And so parents were like, if you keep doing this, you're going to forget who you are. And, it's just like the old wives' tales and threaten them of like, you could forget your memory and you wouldn't know who your family were. You got to stop playing this game, that sort of thing. So that's just one of the games. So basically the kid, I can't remember. Oh, the kid's name was Finn. Finn who was from outside Lacuna, would end up on this island. The homeless man was a one-time resident of Lacuna, and for some reason he felt like he had to protect Finn. And then they come to realize that he was sent by his parents to take care of him, and there was this whole thing about his parents, very Harry Potterish, where his parents were murdered, and because Finn had a secret that could help save the town or something like that, protect the town, and the leader of the town was using his influence to pretty much run the town, and he had his own ideas of how the town should be run, and it's like this is where it all gets kind of confusing. Like, it's been a while since I've actually talked about this story, so me giving the pitch right now is not clean because I'm just pulling it out of my butt right now. Eventually, I think where I got stuck was like, why does this town have this secret? How did it have this power of forgetfulness, and why is it that all of a sudden Finn is one of those people that can leave town, and like, why is he special? What makes him special, and what's his hero journey, all that sort of stuff. And there was supposed to be this connection to basically the reason the town's like this has to do with a meteor that landed like millions of years ago, and it has an effect on organic life, and it was just it also it enabled certain people to have like a little more supernatural powers or so, and it gave Finn would discover that he had more powers than just memory. It was other things as well, due to this meteor and its manipulation on DNA and all that sort of stuff. And this is where I got a little bit kind of like, okay, how do I work this out? And so I was working on that concept and trying to flesh that out. But just this idea of a town where you can go and you would have no memory of being there. And they have all these weird traditions. Now, the reason I bring that up is because Bigfoot, I wanted to work Bigfoot in there somehow, and Bigfoot was a resident of Lacuna, was seen as not a higher life form, but a different life form that it would be like a celebration of Bigfoot he would come through town, and people would celebrate his visit. It was like like what do you call it? A pilgrimage of the Sasquatch, and everybody was kind of like from a distance welcoming him, but never got involved in his life or his family's life. So there was like more than one or two Sasquatches. They would make residence on the islands nearby, and it was it was a special moment that it was respect between the Sasquatch species and the people of Lacuna, and it was kind of the secret that they would maintain. Eventually, I was writing in when there's things that were going bad and the kid was in trouble, like a Sasquatch would come in and like be one source of help or something like that, like save his life or something like that. And just it's like, in a way, if you want to think of Harry Potter meeting like a beast in the forest sort of thing. So any which way, that's Lacuna. There's more to it than that, but I had some drawings and I like the art I created for it. I just kind of wished I had followed through with the story. I had this amazing image where they're at this lake, and I remember there was some power where he eventually, it's like telekinesis, and he's fighting the main bad guy. I'm going to say, not to make it like Harry Potter, but fighting their Voldemort, fighting their Vader. And it was just, he would have this, I thought it would be a good book series or so. And who knows, maybe I'll revisit it one day. But it was, yeah, so there's this moment where he's at a lake, and he's kind of using all his powers to stop the bad person, and just realizing his potential could actually lift whole islands of land or something like that, or along those lines. I think they would put a spaceship in there somewhere, and he was like lifting a spaceship out or something. Again, this is all just trying to workshop ideas and try to see how I can make it fit, and whether I was going to keep aliens in there or not, or just make it more supernatural. Just playing around with ideas and just playing in the sandbox and see what would work and what wouldn't. So, any which way. So that's my rough pitch on Lacuna. There's something in there. There's a good story in there somewhere that works. It's just the desire for it. I created. I thought it was a good world. I had a lot of different characters. There's these twins that that Finn was friends with when he was a young child. The twins kind of remember him, but obviously Finn at first has no memory of them. But there's a connection. They feel a connection, like we know each other somehow. So the town looked a lot like this town in Vancouver Island called Chemainus. If you've ever seen Chemainus is a small little town on Vancouver Island. It's famous for its paintings, its murals on the wall. And so it would have so many murals of history of BC, history of the area, just beautiful pictures of indigenous people, the rail workers, all this sort of stuff. It's very much an artsy town. And Lacuna would have a similar style. It would be full of murals and history, but also strangely... oh, look, there's a bean. Oh my god, there's an actual bean. It's the first time I've seen a bean in this thing here. It would have a wonderful history, but still have this oddly futuristic feel to it that wasn't overly spaceshipy. It was just like, it was kind of like green technology, where it was all, no waste. It was glass, but still old-fashioned and turn of the century feel of it as well. Very colonial at the same time. So, yeah, I was kind of thinking of like having like a futuristic Chemainus from the turn of the century of Vancouver Island. There we go. This is looking pretty good here. We're working on this. We're 83% in. That's not bad. It's very different from the other story I wrote for a kid's book. It's called The Cookie Tree, where it's just a kid who wants to make a cookie tree. It's very Robert Munch. He likes cookies, so one day he just decides, you know what? I'm going to plant a cookie in the ground and grow some cookies. a cookie tree. And the parents are like, "Nah, it's so stupid. You can't do that." And all of a sudden, one day he just plants a chocolate chip, and a couple days later, chocolate chip cookie tree. And he's like, "Well, if it works for chocolate chips, let's try let's try snickerdoodles. Let's try macadamia, whatever." And to his parents' surprise, the kid can grow cookies in a cookie tree. It's just very simple idea. It's just like I said, very Robert Munch-esque. I love Robert Munch books. There's definitely a pattern that happens in Robert Munch books. It's absurd, it's weird, and repetitive, and that's how you get a good story for kids. So, for me, it would have been the snickerdoodle tree. Yeah, so I don't know what you'd plant for a snickerdoodle, though. I mean, snickerdoodle, like chocolate chips, chocolate chip cookie tree is got chocolate chips that look like seeds. So I was trying to think, well, what would be the seed of these cookies? And I think eventually you just plant the cookie itself. And just out of sheer will and willpower, you will get a cookie tree if you just wish hard enough. Or then they plant silly things or something like that. What cookie would you plant? Very curious. I've written a lot of little kids' books, never really had a chance to fully publish it. I have this one book called The Day Scotty Richings Had Nothing to Do. That one I pushed a lot. I really tried to get that one published. It was about a kid who, of two kinds of cookies. Which ones? The Day Scotty Richings Had Nothing to Do was about a kid who got so bored that he decided to make a robot just to entertain himself, just out of old parts from around the house. And he steals mom's computer, dad's things, Oreos, yeah. Is dad's cookies still around? Holy cow! I didn't know they're still around. God, those are classic ones, definitely. All right, let's give this a little wash down here. Well, I'm surprised Dad's cookies still exist. That's Canadian, right? That's pure Canadian cookie, right? I remember having those as a kid. The oatmeal ones, the chocolate chip. It was like a shortbread almost with the tiniest of chocolate chips. I'd mine for those chocolate chips. I remember they were good. Oreos are always classic. Always, nothing more classic than an Oreo. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but with a cup of milk. I don't understand I don't understand the fascination with cookies and milk. It just gets crumbs in my milk. People love cookies and milk. I get it, but I don't get it. I'm not a cookies and milk. I don't dunk anything in my milk. Oh, there you go. I like that. It reminds you of Dad. And not just because of the name on it. I know there are people, like, you see on, like, movies and stuff, people who, like, are eating something. Eating something, and then as they're chewing away on like a sandwich or whatever, they immediately take a swig of something in a drink as they're chewing. And I never understood that. It's just like, it seems so gross to me. Because you're chewing a sandwich and then you're having an orange juice as you're chewing the sandwich. And so now your sandwich is tasting like ham and orange juice. I don't know if that's an American thing or whatever. I see it more in American TV shows and stuff. But it's just like, to me, it's the grossest thing. So I equate like putting cookies and milk in a similar way. Just you're getting crumbs in my milk. I typically don't drink a lot of milk as it is, but it's just like people who dunk it in tea or something. Yeah, exactly. You swallow your food and then you drink your drink. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up. But people do this, and it's just like like they have a beer or a soda. It just seems gross to me. I don't know. I don't know. People still do that nowadays. It seems like an old-fashioned idea. But I'm not imagining this, right? You've seen this too, right? It just seems like an odd thing. Oh, look at all these dings. This is so good. All these dings. There we go. Oh, this is the top of that tower here. I wonder, I'm going to back up just a bit, see if I can try something different. This one here. I don't know if it's just the same. I'm not getting the same vibe with this one here. It's harder to control. I like this better. Just getting all this and soapy. It seems to, I can tell what it's covering, what's not covering. There we go. The soap really is a game changer for me in this game. This is a tricky one, though. It's so intricate. I think I said this before I even started. My parents had some American visits when I was like 10. Someone would put like an inch high butter on her bread. It's that old cartoon of like that big giant patty of butter on pancakes sort of thing, right? Yeah. And then on her bread and just ate it like it was just happened. Uh, yeah. Have you ever tried to eat a stick of butter? It's not good. As a kid, I think we all tried that at some point. I'm gonna eat butter, or maybe like as a high schooler or something like that. I'm gonna eat a stick of butter. And then you have the deep fried butter at carnivals or something. That's just a dare. What did that comment in So I Married an Axe Murderer? Mike Myers makes, yeah, most Scottish cuisines based on a dare. They're the ones that would do the deep fried butter for sure. Okay, let's polish this off here. I feel like I need to get higher. I need to get higher up on something here. Is that working there? I feel like I'm missing something. Where am I missing? There we go. Come on, there we go. Get in there. Get in there. Looking forward to the comic and toy show, as I mentioned. Still on the fence if I want to get Molar, the attorney and dentist. Oh, hang on, Hunter's talking. Bigfoot's clever, all right. Not only can it track us, but it can even read our writing. Oh, well, that's pretty smart. Heck, a while back, I even saw it getting into a helicopter. All right, I think you just saw, like, a hairy person. Like Georgie Animal Steel or something. Think about it. That was the last time I saw it. Hope he's okay. Oh, I'm glad you're concerned. I mean, I know we had our run-ins and all, but I wish only the best for that hairy enigma. Oh, aren't you kind? That tree here. Really got no rhyme or reason today. I'm just kind of spray and praying here. That's pretty much it. Let's get up here. long distance spray there. There we go. Right in that corner. What's nice about the soap, it only sticks to the mess. So you can tell what is dirty and what's not. And you just clean up right away. Oops, I'm already noticing I missed a spot right here. Did I miss something here? This one's a bit tricky. Oh, there we go. Alright, anything here? Oh, yeah, see, I'm missing spots. Yeah, this one's very intricate. This is a bit tricky. Get up high. Boom. I just love how it coats it. Like shaving cream. It's great. Get it from different angles. In the corner there. My, I've had my Ghostbuster bullseye bag at someone else's. Oh, what am I doing here? I left it behind at Fan Expo, like way back in February, and I think it was the fountain in the court. Oh, was it? Hang on. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of stuff I missed here. Yeah, hang on. Turn around. And so I left my bag there, and it's got my Ghostbusters gear. And so I'm finally getting it back this weekend. It was with all our gear. Oh, I missed that boat too. Look at that! I saw that. Oh boy, I'm missing a whole bunch of things. Where's the fountain? Oh, hang on, I missed a sign. Look at that. So it's nice to get my gear back. Has a bunch of stuff in there, like my hat as well. I was like, "Where's my toque? I can't find my toque. My favorite toque." And it dawned on me it's in the Ghostbusters, or my Ghostbusters bullseye bag. There we go. The fountain. Oh, see right there. I can see a little bit down there. Right over there. Right down there. There we go. Oh boy, the roof of this was just completely missed. I don't know if Jamie's going to be doing any ghost busting. I don't think he is at the Comic and Toy Show. I got a bird's eye view here. I know, I see that thing there. Okay. Just taking a quick look from a distance here. Okay, I know that big guy's got to get done. Got the Ren Fair happening in the back here. There we go. Alright, let's get you all shaving creamed up. It's hard to ghost bust when you're by yourself. I know Ree's gonna possibly be there as well, but yeah, just two Ghostbusters. Maybe they'll do it. Who knows? Oh, three. Scott's our friend Scott's also a Ghostbuster as well, so maybe the three of them will get out there. I probably won't because I've already got two costumes. I want to focus on that part. I know I'm going to be pretty tired after this week, so I just want to not go too crazy with the trooping this weekend. I just want to take it nice and easy. Nice slow pace. And doing 3 costumes in one day is probably not going to be something I'm going to do. 10K walk. Ooh, you do it in full gear. That's pretty cool. It'll definitely get people asking, is it for charity? The 10K walk? That's going to be awesome. How much is your proton pack weigh? That's what I'm curious about. For a hospital, hey, it's awesome. Oh, dude. That's really cool. You'll definitely get raising money for it. Like, is there a link or something like that? I'll support you. I'll donate a couple bucks in there. Send me the link to the. And I'll pay a little cash in there for sure. What hospital is it, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? There we go. I'm not kidding. Yeah, send me the link, and we'll definitely donate some money to it, for sure. Gotta support. South Lake. There you go. I'm assuming that's in northern Ontario. Just south of the lake. I'm a geography genius. I don't know if I told you that or not. There we go. Look at this. Looks like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Land blew up in this place. There we go. Isn't it a shame that hospitals, people do so much fundraising, and the real people who should be donating the most are the ones that have the most cash. But it's a new market. Oh, okay. Awesome. Hang on. What's the rest say? Oh, awesome. That's good. Your wife works in it. Don't dox yourself. Oh, I see something over there. Hang on. And that's not what I want to do. I want to do that. There we go. This is high power, this one. See, this one works so well, but it's just a little bit finicky, especially with the controller. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing some spots. See, look at that. It's like I'm trying to thread a needle here. There we go. Look at that. This is why it's so satisfying. It's all so satisfying. This looks like Farquaad's place, doesn't it? Has a heavily modified with aluminum motherboards. 25 pounds. Holy cow. So 10K in a with yourself and an extra 25 pounds. That's quite heavy. Yeah, that's a bit of weight carrying 25 pounds around. Definitely get those steps in there. That'd be awesome. And the trap is, oh yeah, the trap is pretty heavy too, isn't it? The HasLab traps, isn't that pretty heavy? That's how I understood it. Oh, there we go. I'm missing this one right here. There we go. Okay, looking good. Let's do the outside here. I forgot the trains running in the background. There we go. This is looking great. Oh boy, so glad I can use this green thing to detect all this stuff I missed. Like I'm missing this sign over here. There we go. There we go. Oh. Step back for a sec here. Oh, we're 95%. We're coming close to the end here. Awesome. Get right up in there. Oh yeah, I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff here. I think I might have to resort to this one. Just kind of soap it up a bit here. Oh, see, right in the corner there. You're right in the corner. There we go. And then we'll wash. There we go. I listened to the recent Conan O'Brien podcast with Wanda Sykes. Oh, Wanda Sykes is so funny. Holy cow, she is so funny. You know who's a new favorite comedian of mine? Josh Johnson. He's on The Daily Show. But man, he's a comedian I would like to actually go see live. Really funny guy. Very smart. Great storyteller. Oh, I missed this guy. This does have that Mr. Rogers feel, doesn't it? We mentioned that last day. But Josh Johnson, very funny. Can tell a really good story. And yeah, I really enjoy his work. Jim Jeffries. I went to see Jim Jeffries live. That dude is funny. He's got some very inappropriate stuff. But can't picture... Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson he's that young African-American guy on The Daily Show. Very soft-spoken voice, but man, he's very, very witty, very funny. Just has a good take on life. Very relaxed. And just down to earth. He's genuinely like a nice person or so. He's hosted recently. I mean, the whole Daily Show crew is very talented. Obviously, Jon Stewart and the gang, but they're very talented comedians and writers themselves. And so it was like immediately when I saw Josh Johnson, I thought he was actually quite funny. And then I listened to some of his stand-up, and he's interesting because, you know, people kind of, you know, when you go to a show, there's always these people that think they're part of the show. And he knows how to handle a heckler without making them feel like crap or so, at least from what I've seen. So people respect the stuff. He's like, no, you know, you don't have to respond. It's okay, you know. But very bright, very witty. As I said, I saw Jim Jeffries in concert, and he very inappropriate, but man, some of his stuff is just funny. Like you feel guilty for laughing at it, but then it's just like that he purposely just goes out to offend people, and sometimes that can be funny. It was yeah. So Jim Jeffries is really good. Who else? What is stand-up comedians? Gaffigan's always good. I like Gaffigan. I'm struggling with the right one. Here we go. But Wanda Sykes, she was really good. Really funny. Conan O'Brien show, I really enjoy listening to it. Sometimes Conan can go a little bit off the rails and just make it too much about himself. But I think that's the running joke for him as well. He's very aware that he makes it mostly about himself when he really shouldn't. That's a good podcast. Oh, I was listening to Trevor Noah as well. If you don't remember Trevor Noah, he was a host of The Daily Show. Jon Stewart left. Trevor Noah stepped in for a while, and he did a great job. And then he's from South Africa, and then eventually he ended his time with the show, and Jon Stewart came back for one day a week amongst all the other hosts. And so Trevor Noah has a podcast. It's sometimes a little bit too political, so I don't listen to a lot of that stuff. But he has he has a bunch of comedians that come on the show every once in a while, like Trevor Noah, and he had Roy Wood Jr. Roy Wood Jr. was a one-time writer for The Daily Show. He hosts a show right now on CNN. I can't remember what it's called. It's got a long name, but it's a really funny show with Amber Amber, I can't remember her name either. But anyways, it's a news comedy show on CNN, and just listening to Roy Wood Jr.'s like story and his childhood and with his dad and stuff like that, and him being a dad, it was really a fascinating conversation. Just how he really didn't have a childhood. His dad was in his 60s when he was born, and his dad had like about 9 other children, and he had a second family that they weren't aware of until much later, and his dad was just trying to make ends meet, but at the same time he wasn't always there. He wasn't like a dad because he had like 100 other children or something like that. And it was just a fascinating talk about how he is the way he is now because of it, but at the same time he's a good person because of it, and he's become a better dad because of it. It was a really fascinating talk listening to Roy Wood Jr. and just how he got through life and how he's getting through life now as a parent and stuff. It's just really fascinating conversation. I would recommend it. Trevor Noah, Conversation with Roy Wood Jr. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Boop. There we go. I'm coming close. I'm coming close here. Almost at the end. Come on. Yeah, this one's a tricky one. A lot of different nooks and crannies. So I just saw you there. There we go. All right, let's get up on here. There we go. Get you over there on the roof. This is Friendly Giant meets Mr. Rogers. Yeah, isn't it? It's very... Just waiting for a giraffe to pop out of one of the holes here. Whoops. Oh, I just found some places I missed. There we go. I don't go to music concerts anymore, even though Weird Al Yankovic is coming to town. And a lot of us are in the 501st are hoping that he comes to Vancouver and requests us to be a part of it. Every time he goes to a town and he does his old Star Wars songs, he's usually kind of requesting like a 501st group to come by and dance on the stage for him. But typically he asks for stormtroopers, not biker scouts or anybody like that. So I'm usually not a part of that. I almost had a chance to go on stage with Weird Al Yankovic because he was in Chilliwack, which is about 2 hours outside Vancouver, and he was out there, and we didn't have enough stormtroopers to go, so he was like, "We'll take biker scouts." And I was like, "Oh, perfect!" And then, unfortunately, I had other engagements I had to take care of, so I missed my opportunity to go on stage with Weird Al Yankovic. But still, I came close. Some people get a little bit too crazy for the autographs and the famous people, especially at cons and stuff like that. It's sometimes you don't see the best in people. The lapse in judgment. So close, yeah. I missed it by that much. It's funny seeing how some people are when celebrities are involved, and sometimes they can take a little too far. Happens a lot, and a lot of people like the autographs and stuff, or want that selfie. I would like to say they're normal people, but they're kind of not. I mean, if they didn't have this job, I think they would be normal people, but they are kind of treated in a different way, and they do have a talent that makes them special, and I get that, but it's a lifestyle I wouldn't want to have. It's just like always being watched at all times by people. It's just, it's a unique lifestyle. Oh, dude, what are you doing here? People get used to seeing how you act. Yeah. I don't know if it's an interesting life. I'm glad I don't have it. I respect it though. There's a talent to it, and it's kind of cool when oh, hello, excuse me. I'm stuck on this thing. Oh, I missed one right down there. Yeah, it must be coming close. It's telling me the things I've missed, like really close by. Okay, I know I'm missing you up there. Oh, is there one over here? Oh, hang on, what's over here? Oh, it's over here. There we go. Okay, done. It's not for everyone. No, some people thrive on it. Some people are very good with it too. Some people are it's what they're meant to be. All the power to you. And some people get confused because they are famous. They have a platform. They actually have, their opinion matters too. All right, oh, the flag. Okay, what's left? One over there. I think we're done. I think we're almost done. There. What else? Over here. Yeah. Oh, missed one over here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Come on. Where are you? Oh, there. Oh, boy, I really missed that spot, didn't I? Over here. Pile of beans by the looks of it. Yeah. Over here. Oh, okay. See, it has a subtle flash, which is very helpful. I like that. Oh, wow. I totally missed out on these parts here. Nice. There. Way over here. Oh, we're coming. This is it. I think this might be it. Where else? Oh, over. Oh, it's still this one here. Over here. This is the best part of the Power Washer 2. It's been very helpful. I mean, in the first Power Washer, you're always looking around. You can never find it. These little things, these little targets here help you narrow down the field. Okay, oh, there, I see it right there. Over here. Oh, how did I miss this? Oh, wow, I totally did miss that. Look at that. Yeah. Done! And there we are. And the best part of this game is the replay. Here we go. Instant replay. Oh, see, this is really satisfying. I like this part here. Sometimes I play the game just so I can plan the replay. Look at that. That's cool. I want to see that again. I want to see that again. See it again. Look at that. Work my way in, and then you can see I started at the beginning right about here, and zoom all around. That's really cool. I didn't realize how big this level was. Well done on the replay. Hey, Sprucey Village looks amazing. If only Ma could see it now, gleaming away like this. I'll give you one guess what she'd say. Unfortunately, she's not back from hot yoga till 7, so I'll have to wait. Cool beans. I got $2,000 for that. Let's go back to home base real quick before I stop it. Yeah, it's a good replay. Eh? It's really neat. Some of them are built just for that replay. So we got some new furniture. That was one of the larger ones. Furniture storage. Is there any new furniture? I've got everything. So let's put this one in here. There we go. There we go. Just get the little soup. Sorry. Underneath in the undercarriage right there. We'll just wash this one down, and then place it, and we'll end our stream. Oops. I just reminder tomorrow, like I said, oops, that's not what I want to do. Why am I struggling with this? Oh, this is why. Tomorrow, Jamie and Hose Nose will be on live to talk about, Ghostbuster props. Where can we put you? How about right here? Boom. This dude's still laying here. No. Oh, that was unintentional. Hang on. Why can't I place you? Why can't I place you? There we go. Yeah, it's going to be a good discussion. Jamie is a walking, talking thesaurus at times. There we go. I thought we could stack. I guess not. All right, you have a sleep there. And I think we'll wrap it up. We'll just head outside if I can find the door. And call it a night. I sent Jamie the Slimer and the Library Ghost. Oh, Louis Tully, too. Sorry. So he has those to go over as well. Oh, awesome. Oh, that's awesome. You'll be excited about that. All right. Have a good night. I'm going to end it right there. We'll see you next time. And so there's podcast, there's the live stream tomorrow, as I said. And then next week, Jamie, Ree, and Doc will be on live on Wednesday next week. Not the Tuesday, but the Wednesday. Talking about 2 episodes for The Real Ghostbusters. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I'll be in Victoria, having a good time and relaxing. But Thursday, we got a podcast and we're talking about Young Frankenstein. I was able to track it down for the gang. So we're talking about Young Frankenstein live. So we will see you then. Talk to you later. Bye.